lost another one in our community. Lou Caveras, the guitar player for Ratt, passed away from the corona. Rest in peace. We catch up with the great Lloyd Kaufman of Troma Films. We go to Las Vegas to see the Sin City Rejects with special guest MC, the legendary Ron Jeremy. That and more tonight on Reality Check TV. Tonight on Reality Check.
Before your eyes right here.
Well, that was pretty damn stupid!
What planet are we in right now?
Are you for reality check? Yeah, I am.
It's called reality check, man. I mean, this is real.
Hey guys, this is Miss Whitney Morgan with Reality Check TV. Listen in.
Well, this is how one of our wacky adventures begin. Sitting in the luxurious Reality Check limousine service. Oh, wait. Who's riding shotgun? What's up? Well, we're going on another wacky adventure, and you'll be seeing it all from inside and out here on the fabulous Reality Check documentary. Stay tuned.
Lloyd is in the movie Rocky.
Yes.
Do you guys know that?
Oh.
Nothing cooler than Lloyd worked on Saturday Night Fever and
Which
Rocky.
he's also in.
Are you where are you in that?
Saturday Night Fever, I'm the driver of the brother who leaves the home when he goes away. But in the widescreen, you get cut off. But I think in the widescreen, you can see me. It's on the TV version. I think I'm cut off. And
But two of the greatest movies of all time.
Yeah, that was my film school. It's Rocky and the other one, Saturday Night Fever.
So I could talk to Lloyd forever, but I already have. So let's open it up to some questions. You're here, you're
This is
stuck,
about
Holly.
you guys right now.
We wanted to know what you.
Anyway, Kill Dolly Kill,
Okay.
and it's coming along great. It's really, really good. And I usually give a lot of notes, and I gave only one, I think.
Reality Check viewers, I'm here with a dear friend and a good man, and surprisingly, I didn't know this.
Me.
Yeah, this guy. I didn't know anything about his history with Troma Films. So, Jason of the Sin City Rejects, please tell us about your Troma career.
Yeah, well, long before I wanted to be a failed musician, I wanted to be a failed actor, and I auditioned. I had an agency, and they sent me to audition for Sergeant Kabuki Man NYPD. I was a kid. I was really young, and my father had signed the release. I wasn't old enough, and so I had a small part in that a couple times, and I really had fun. And then later, I got called to work as a script supervisor, which I didn't even know what that was. And Lloyd taught me, and I started writing. And then they needed someone to play Kabuki Man, and the suit fit me. I was like on Johnny Bravo, and so since the suit fit, they let me be Kabuki Man for a few years.
If the suit fits, wear it.
I did, and I did it at the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade, and I went to every film convention, Cannes Film Festival. Met a lot of famous people, and really liked it. And then I wrote a draft of the movie Romeo and Juliet, which was finished and really written by James Gunn, Guardians of the Galaxy, and now Suicide Squad 2. And yeah, I got Lemmy involved in that. They always try to screw me on that credit, but I did. And me and a guy named David Schultz, we brought Lemmy into Romeo and Juliet. We got a song called Sacrifice for it. And I was like the only person who Lemmy was. Actually, Lemmy hated James Gunn's writing. I hope James doesn't get mad, but he hated it. He hated it so much that he said, I'm going to cross it out and rewrite it myself. And he did. Anyway, but And then I liked the music business, started getting into I got into the adult business. I forgot I'm in the adult.
There's a little segue there.
I'm the greatest interview you're going to get because you'll never have to ask a question. I'll just talk.
By all means.
Yeah, but you'll have to edit for the rest of your life to cut this out. But anyway, I got into the adult industry as a writer, believe it or not. And I remember Dr. Drew, I'm name dropping now, of Loveline, he said that that you fast forward past what I write, and and then later Vivid decided to let me write movies for them and direct them, and so I would make them release two versions, a 2-disc set. One disc would have all the sex, and the other disc would have the movie too. So I personally fast forward porn and watch the dialogue.
Right.
I don't want to see.
Yeah, we've seen enough of that.
Yeah, and the deal when I made adult movies is I didn't want to make Gonzo movies. At that time, people were making movies like, can you fit 50 chopsticks in a girl's asshole? I don't know if we can say
who needs
that,
that?
but,
Yeah.
but it was getting really ridiculous. And it was really, you know what? I like women personally, and I thought it was getting really degrading. And so the industry was really getting lame. And they let me make these big stories, and it was great. So I had a great time. I own a company called Paradise Visuals, still co-own it with my partner. And we have Christy Canyon's first movie, John Holmes' last movie. And we're doing nothing with it because between the porn industry and the music industry, I'm getting screwed.
Yeah.
You know,
it's a sad truth.
My whole career is free now, you know, which is okay. And anyway.
Wow. Whoa, there's all sorts of stuff in here.
I'm William Powell. You're standing in the Sci Fi Center. It's located in the Commercial Center, 900 Karen Avenue, Suite B as in Bravo, 209. We sell anything to do with science fiction, horror, fantasy. I started out as primarily a comic book store, and as you can see, it kind of grew into a whole bunch of other stuff. So we show movies, we show screenings, we host events like this, and we basically do anything that can basically be associated with the genre.
Nice. Right on.
Thank you.
Come visit.
Thanks.
Probably not. We're going to be working the ABN all day.
You're right. Yeah. To whom do I sign this? Taxi 2 and 3.
Did she do the portraits of our family?
Yes, yes.
Oh, we should get
Yeah, she called me. She wants to have a table next to her New York Comic Con. And I told her we could give her.
Yeah, I interviewed you last year.
Yeah.
And the year before. Yeah, I'm the one who interviewed you last time. Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Did it ever run?
Yeah, yes. It's up on our YouTube page. Both interviews with you. Yeah.
You got my
Reality
card.
Check, yeah.
Send me the link. We'll do that. We'll put it out. Sure.
Taxi, is this an original Troma poster?
That is one of the. Well, no, that is not original. But look what is here. Excuse me, Jim. These are from the 80s.
Wow.
These were discovered in the Troma building basement. They are lobby cards, you see?
They're
What
cool.
they call lobby cards. You'd send this to the theater. Troma 10 years, right? That
At the time.
At the time, now we're 46 years. And Toxie himself, this was the original art, too, which was, no, it was
face. Oh, yeah.
successful.
Yeah, the face is
Michael
blocked.
Hurst thought that if we didn't show the face, everybody would just, what?
Yeah.
But the problem is we had no money to advertise, so nobody knew anything. It was like, so then when we started showing the face, and it suddenly worked.
What was the impetus for creating this whole what became Troma
Well,
universe?
I think when you're 20ish, you think anything's possible, and I didn't want to work for the, I kind of wanted, in the '60s it was not fashionable to
be independent,
to be a member of a big corporation.
Right.
It was anti-corporate, and I was especially anti-Vietnam, anti-corporate. But when I got out, Yale, I had 2 job opportunities. One in California, working on The Owl and the Pussycat, starring Babs Streisand, and working for a shitty little company in New York called Canon.
I remember Canon films. Yeah, they were schlockmeisters from way back.
And well, they were and they weren't. I was alone in my mother's house, and I took acid, and I decided during that trip that I would take the New York, work for the shitty little company. And it was at that shitty little company that I met John G. Avildsen.
Right,
And I got to work on the set of Joe, which was nominated for an Academy Award for Best Screenplay, a movie that cost about $100,000, made in New York with a director nobody ever heard of, Susan Sarandon's first movie, but nobody knew who she was. Right. Peter Boyle, nobody knew who he was, and
people went on to be huge.
But it got nominated. It never would happen today. Never. You have to make some 1917, you know, all in one shot, man. Who cares?
Working with you is like being in the mob.
Well, it's good for you to.
Once you're in Troma, you never get out.
That's Jason Green, by the way. Jason Green from Sin City Rejects.
That's right.
Big group. I discovered them, of course.
I was just telling people about how you didn't discover Madonna, though.
Yeah, you did not discover.
No, that was Michael. If I had been around, because as Jason will tell you, if somebody's aggressive about being in a Troma movie, of course, come join us. Write a part for yourself or whatever. And she even made her own little camping outfit. Madonna did. She was so eager to get into the movie, and Michael hers just wasn't what he felt was right. And the first turn on is the movie that has the most Michael Hers, my partner of 46 years. It's very much inspired by his own life in summer camp, because his wife and he fell in love in summer camp. And Madonna came around, made her own little camping outfit, and it just wasn't what Michael said. She looked like a Detroit grandmother.
So what I was trying to ask is, out of all of your films, is there a personal favorite of yours that maybe got overlooked a little bit by the fans?
Well, the movie that the Sci Fi Center, Mr. William Powell, curated tonight with Jason Green from Sin City Rejects as the moderator, Troma's War is a Troma masterpiece. It is a masterpiece. I'm sorry, but it was a cursed movie. The MPAA very wrongly and destroyed it in the rating board.
Oh man, really?
It was okay for Bruce Willis to have kneecaps being blown off in Die Hard,
right.
But Troma's War, which came well after Die Hard, we had fights cut out, dead bodies cut out, bullet hits cut out. The whole movie was emasculated. I mean, it was. Finally, thanks to William, it was shown tonight in the director's cut, the original pristine, beautiful director's cut.
You guys have an amazing catalog, and so how many titles do you have of it?
I don't know. We have I would say close to 1,000 movies or shorts or documentaries, or we've made about 100 of them. Produced, directed, written, either produced or directed. I'd say about 100.
Mm-hmm. That's a pretty extensive catalog.
And we got a lot of the people like Trey Parker and Matt Stone's first movie was Cannibal the Musical. Samuel Jackson's first movie is a very underappreciated, probably our best movie, Death by Temptation, directed by James Bond III, with wonderful music. It was terrific. Thank you very much, and a special thank you to the Sci Fi Center for hosting this in-depth interview. And Dai Green, thank you very much for starring in hashtag Shakespeare Shitstorm. And yes,
right on.
Very important. And of course, the commissioner behind you there, the New York State Film Commissioner and producer of hashtag Shakespeare Shitstorm, William Powell. We've met. You saw William Powell right here.
The proprietor of this fine establishment.
Mr. William Powell.
All right. So thanks so much, Lloyd.
Sin City.
We
Rejects. We thanked everybody.
We thanked everybody. Good to see you again, sir. And
I've got sort of a hard aid to get.
Continue good luck and good health.
Well, here we are outside the dive bar. We're about to get into some shenanigans here at the old dive bar here.
Exactly.
Yeah, look at this. And look who shows up in the limo.
Well, gotta keep up with the image.
So we're going in to see the Sin City Rejects right here at the dive bar right here after in the AVN weekend. So stay tuned, right?
It's gonna be a rocking night.
All right. So where are the hookers?
They're in there probably.
Oh, I thought maybe you were bringing some. Some of the girls from the show.
They're with the rock bands,
Oh, okay.
Not
with us, but with the rock bands.
Yeah.
Okay, very good.
Maybe we could pick up something. I don't know.
We'll look forward to it.
We'll see what happens.
Just another night in the old dark bar. Living in the hood, you don't go too far. Name your poison, name your vice. Get it all here for a price.
Ladies and gentlemen, you couldn't see him in AVN, but you can see him right here. The most famous porn star of all time, the one and only, the legendary Ron Jeremy!
I love this shirt at the mom's house. Well, it's great to be here, folks. I'm Ron Jeremy, living proof that anybody can get laid. But one of my favorite stories is a true story, because that was Gene Simmons who had a office near here. Barbara Walters asked me and Gene Simmons who's had more women. We both said about 3,500 women. And we're telling the truth, not like the other people who lie. And so I said to Barbara Walters, but this is Gene Simmons. He gets girls that look like his gorgeous Playboy Playmate wife. When I'm not making movies, I get girls that look like Gene Simmons. What does Michael Jackson have in common with caviar? Both black and come on small white crackers. We're measuring, there's a guy in the back measuring how good some of these are. What did the lady say to Michael Jackson at the beach? Please move, you're in my sun. See, those are some of the best ones, man, aren't they? I like those common jokes, like what does a pizza man have in common with a gynecologist? They're both close enough to smell the box, but not allowed to eat it. Guys answer, how come they call the camel the ship of the desert? Because it's full of Arab semen. We insult everybody here. Now I gotta pick on Jews, because so here's a joke about, Jews. Here's it now. You can tell I'm a Jewish boy because when I take a dollar bill out of my pocket, the president on the dollar bill is going, oh, daylight. And they're making a Jewish sequel to the movie Jaws. They're calling it Jews. It's about a loan shark. Listen, girls, please drink, girls, please, because the more you drink, the better I look. When girls get drunk, they think I'm Fabio. And they wake up and it's Flavio. Same thing like we get drunk, we think it's Bo Derek. Wake up, Bo Diddley. Because here's your brain on drugs. Now here's. Is this thing on?
All of a sudden he's Carrot Top and he's doing prop jokes.
Yeah, so, nah, I won't use that joke. Okay, no, I'm kidding. So listen, this is actually kind of a great joke. I'm on a beautiful farm somewhere upstate New York. They grow all kinds of plants and great animals. It's a great farm. One problem was, I'm watching over the distance, and there's a farmer fucking a donkey. A farmer is fucking a donkey. So I say to his son, hey kid, your dad's fucking a donkey. And the kid goes, he always does that. Not too bad. So this is your brain on drugs. Well, this is your dick. This is your dick on alcohol. Unless you're black. Unless you're me. Love to show you all my dick, but I'm over here on stage, and my dick is out parking the car. They're actually using my dick for speed bumps, so the cars won't speed, And the one nice thing about being a little bit well known is that, you get some perks. Like they make a cream called a Ron Jeremy dick cream. I swear to God, it's true. And it occurred to me one day that a dick cream with my name on it makes your dick bigger. Well, wouldn't it make your hand bigger too? You see any guy walking around this little hall bar here, you see he's got a big giant hand? Just give him a wave. Now we're going to do audience participation, and then it's back to the band. And by the way, pretty good, aren't they? So, not yet. Fast. It's so big.
How big is it?
When I was born, my dad had stretch marks. It's so big.
How big is it?
I'm fucking 2 girls tomorrow, today. across the time barrier. You know. It's so big.
How big is it?
It won't take calls from Steven Spielberg. It's so big.
How big is it?
It's 5 inches from the floor.
Make some noise for Ron Jeremy. I was going to insult him, but that was actually funny. Hey, we are the Sin City Rejects. We're going to play some rock and roll for you.
Left is Amanda. To your right is Shailene.
Charlene.
Is it Charlene?
Charlene. You've been saying it wrong the entire night.
I'm sorry.
You're okay. It's okay. I could be Charlene.
Hold the mic. Hold the mic, Shailene.
She held the lyrics for that.
So occasionally I forget the songs, and tonight I forgot a song by the New York Dolls called Chatterbox. I love the song, but I just couldn't remember it. And it's been a hard night, so it was harder when I saw you. But so, well, make sure I don't get in trouble. Oh, sorry, all the blood is in my penis.
You're okay. It's fine.
Okay,
I
good.
like it.
Thank you. But so anyway, so Charlene was nice enough. Charlene, when are you gonna come home? Sorry. No, but Charlene was nice enough to hold the lyrics so that I could sing the song and also distract people from the fact that I really couldn't remember how to play it as well. And look how beautiful Charlene is. See? Yeah. Is that all right that I showed you?
Go play with the great Khin band. You know those guys? You would know the song. Make some noise for Mr. Johnny Roxx. Anyway, Chris Frazier then was in the band Whitesnake, right? Whitesnake. And he's been in Foreigner for quite some time now.
Yeah, we signed to the kid. They sound fucking great.
Oh, you're in the same hotel, that's right.
No, the same venue we played at.
Venue, yeah.
He played the night before.
What are you going to do?
What?
Chris,
earplug.
So Chris,
tinnitus.
You can catch Foreigner at the Venetian all week, and you should. And if you want to know what love is, that's where you find out.
So this was the Sin City Rejects. This was our annual unofficial AVN party. And you guys have supported us and Sin City Sinners for I don't know how long, a long time. And so we had a great time. Ron Jeremy hosted it. Chris Frazier from Whitesnake and Foreigner got on stage. That was pretty cool. And Jeff Tortora from the Blue Man Group. He's got a band called Tonight. He used to play with Joey Belladonna from Anthrax. Did you know all this?
Yes, I did.
She's lying.
Concert.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Okay. I thought she was just like playing along. And then, of course, I didn't introduce the band, but Scotty Griffin from LA Guns, who's now singing. Michael Masonette, played with Missing Persons, and then Johnny Roxx, who played with the Bay City Rollers, and a million other bands. And so we had a great time. Reality Check came out. You guys are part of the tradition, you know what I mean? It's not just a porn convention. It's also an event, and we make it a rock and roll event every year. And next year, we'll top it even more. And so thank you for coming. Here, hold on. He's gonna ask for it.
If you get her in the band, you might be able to charge more money next time.
Charlene, do you know how to play an instrument?
I know how to sing, and that's it.
All right, so she's gonna work. We're gonna talk to her agent.
I can try.
Chris Rock said, and I don't want to steal his jokes, but Chris Rock said the secret to a relationship is just know when to play the fucking tambourine.
Yeah.
Right?
There you go.
S-A-T-U-R-T-A-Y, night, S-A-T-U-R-T-A-Y.
Ron Jeremy, right here. Hold on, we got to say hello. Ron, how was tonight's experience?
That was very nice. His insults are better than mine. I'm in the minor leagues. He gives me a good slam dunking.
He was late, and the whole idea was that he'd be here at 10. He was late. So what I decided to do was, for every minute he was late, I would make fun of him more. And then he came with this shirt.
That's terrible.
Which is a nice shirt, but like I said, when they tore down the Tropicana, they're looking for the wallpaper.
I need time to retort these comments. I just, you know.
I'm impersonating Christopher Reeve doing the Macarena.
You actually were very funny as usual, and I've known Ron for 26 years. We can sing Kumbaya. And tonight he said, he threw a new one at me. He said, Obladi Oblada, which we've never jammed together, and
it worked, right?
And it was good. It was great. Yeah.
A Beatles song.
Rolled over in his grave.
We made a lot of people roll over in their grave tonight, Ron included. If you saw him at the end of the night, it looked like he'd been dead for 10 years.
I'll look for the barbecue.
Anyway.
If you're dead, I'm looking for a good barbecue.
So if you're having a good barbecue, you know where to find Ron Jeremy. He's got a website and a Facebook, and he's got everything.
All right.
And yeah, he's... Anyway.
They can put a man on the moon. They can put equipment on Mars. And they can make a fucking reed that works more than a week. And John Popper told me that.
Play balls. I said it on stage earlier, but I got to say it now. If you go to Disneyland, you want to see Mickey Mouse. If you go to a porno convention, you want to see Ron Jeremy. Ron Jeremy, without a doubt, is the #1 biggest porn star, most recognizable porn star of all time. And there is no contest.
Dennis happy to say that also. He said there isn't any other porn star.
This is where it starts and ends. So anyway, thank you to everyone watching, and of course, thank you to Ron Jeremy. So thank you very much.
And on that note, that's the end of the show.